This is Kilkenny.com at the protest at Greensbridge, talking to Margaret O'Brien.
Protesting today here, as many other people in Kilkenny have been protesting, to prevent the completion of a new bridge over the river in Kilkenny. This bridge was first proposed in the mid-70s. People in Kilkenny opposed it then, and they have been opposing it ever since.
This is something you're obviously passionate about.
I'm passionate about it. I was born and raised not 500 yards from here. This Greensbridge behind you is the same bridge that carried thousands of trucks every day in the 70s and the 80s when the brewery was busy and employed up to 1,400 people. This is the bridge that we're told today is not capable of taking traffic. I think the bridge has done an awfully good job. They were well built in those days. It's still standing. It just needs to be maintained and made one way.
Margaret, some people, and including the council, think a new bridge crossing the Nore would be an advantage to Kilkenny.
A new bridge crossing the Nore would be an advantage to Kilkenny. The County Council and the planners are quite right in that. They were right when they made the decision that we needed a new bridge on the other end of town.
Where's that, Margaret, the other end?
At the other side of the ring road. And they're quite right in the application that they currently have in before An Bord Pleanála for the extension of the next tranche of the ring road. That's to be ruled on in September.
That's the completion of the ring road?
Well, it won't be. It's got in two sections. So this is the northern section. That's the planning that's in at the minute. That, when completed, will also have a bridge on it. So in that, they're quite correct. Yes, it is true that this city needs traffic management.
But you're saying not this bridge?
Not this bridge here. For what purpose? Anybody who knows Kilkenny, this bridge is going to run essentially from the middle of the Comer Road down through Wolfetone Street, and it's going to end up at one of the narrowest corners in the town, the corner in Vicar Street, beside where the petrol station now is. Talk about bottlenecks. It's literally a bridge to nowhere for nothing other than to open up the mart site and brewery site for development. If the brewery could develop for all the years that it was there and bring the amount of industry and prosperity that it brought to Kilkenny without a bridge, I suspect strongly that it can continue to develop well into the future with very positive effects for Kilkenny without another bridge. As for the mart site on the far side of the town, the council's planning department has allowed thousands of houses to be built over there in the last couple of years. That's fine, people need places to live. Those houses are now occupied by young families with small children that are struggling to pay mortgages to pay for those houses. They've had to put an extension onto the junior school down here by the river this year to accommodate the numbers. They've had to build a new and put an extension onto the senior school to accommodate the numbers. And there's still no school for those going to secondary school level. No, if you were to build a school on the mart site, which is right in the middle of where they have the people living, then you won't have half the traffic that you have coming across this bridge to ship people to and from school every day. It makes no sense to destroy a potentially valuable community asset by driving a road through it to open it up to development, when at the minute any of you walk downtown today and half the shops in town are empty.
Margaret,
that's why I'm opposed to this bridge. It's costing in excess of €10 million. €10 million at a time when we have a housing waiting list as long as your arm. At a time when money needs to be spent on all sorts of projects in this city and internationally. And yet they will not listen to the people. They think we're too stupid to be able to make constructive decisions. But we're not. And if it takes us taking to the road to make you listen to us, then that's what we will do, because you have exhausted all other possibilities. And that's really all I want to say. And thank you for the time.